You lock your door. The sound of the deadbolt sliding into place is the loudest thing you've heard all day. And in that sudden, crushing silence, the panic begins. It's a familiar feeling, isn't it? That cold dread that starts in your stomach. It's not a fear of intruders from the outside. It's the fear of the one who is already inside. With you, the one you spend all your time and energy running from. You've spent so long playing a role, the funny one, the nice guy, the successful professional, that you have a horrifying suspicion. A suspicion that if you strip away the audience, the distractions, the noise, there's nobody underneath the mask. Or worse, that the person you'll finally meet is a stranger you were right to run from. A stranger you might actually despise. Society gave you a script to follow, and it works until you're alone. Then the script is useless, so you reach for your phone, for a drink, for any noise to drown out the silence. You tell yourself you're just relaxing, but you know the truth. You are running. The world has a name for your problem. They call it loneliness, and they sell you cheap solutions. Put yourself out there, they say. Learn to love yourself. This is a lie. A convenient lie designed to keep you weak and controllable. And in a moment, I'll explain exactly why this advice is the very poison that keeps you trapped. Today, I will reveal the truth they hide from you. Your fear of being alone is not a weakness, it is a signal that you are on the verge of discovering the most powerful weapon a man can possess, and I am going to show you how to forge it. The first thing you must understand is that your fear was installed in you for a reason. This is the first pillar. Unmasking the social leash. Think about it. Why would a system built on consumption and conformity want you to be self-sufficient? It wouldn't. Society doesn't want you to be comfortable in solitude. It wants you dependent. A man who constantly needs validation is the perfect consumer. He buys the watch not for the time but for the compliment. He voices the popular opinion not because he believes it, but for the likes. He is a predictable, obedient pawn, terrified of being excluded from the tribe. But a man who masters solitude, he is a glitch in the matrix. He is uncontrollable. The threat of social rejection, their greatest weapon, is useless against him. They sold you the myth that being alone is a negative state, a sickness. The truth is that it is a neutral state, a physical reality. The real sickness is the emotional suffering you feel because you have been programmed to fear it. It's the difference between fasting and starving. One is a choice for strength. The other is a condition of weakness. They want you starving for approval. The analogy is that of a wolf. They found you as a wolf, but they domesticated you. They filed your teeth with meaningless pleasantries, put a leash of social expectations around your neck, and taught you that the forest, your own inner world, is a dark and scary place. They taught you to perform tricks for scraps of approval. This process we are starting today isn't about becoming a better pet. It's about you remembering the feeling of the wild. It's about you chewing through that leash and walking back into the forest. Not because you hate the fireside, but because your freedom is more important than their warmth. And how do you begin this journey? This brings us to the second pillar, the forge of silence. This is not a spa day. This is not passive meditation. This is active, difficult, transformative work. This is where you will turn that raw, shapeless piece of iron they call your personality into a weapon. It begins with the brutal audit. You will sit in the silence, and you will ask the hard questions. That opinion you shared so loudly at dinner last week. Is it truly yours, or is it the uniform of your chosen tribe? That career path you're on. Did you choose it or did you accept it because it was expected of you? You will make a list of every single thing you do, say, and believe for the approval of others. This will be painful. This is the hammer striking the iron for the first time. But there's a trap here, one that most men fall into, which I will reveal shortly. The trap is thinking this audit is a one-time event. It is not. It is a new way of life. And it leads to the second step, the purge of cheap validation. You must deliberately starve the part of you that feeds on empty praise. For a set period, you will disconnect, not just from your phone, but from the need it represents. Mute the group chats. Say no to the meaningless social gathering you're only going to out of obligation. You will feel a powerful resistance, an itch to plug back in. You must recognize that feeling for what it is, the death rattle of your weaker, dependent self. Let it die. This leads to the third, most crucial step, the deliberate confrontation. You will take yourself out, to a movie, to a restaurant, not as a sad, lonely man, but as a scientist in his laboratory, observing an experiment. The experiment is you. You will sit there without your phone as a shield, and you will simply observe the storm of your own thoughts. The anxiety, the self-consciousness. Don't fight it. Just watch it. This practice of detached observation is the ultimate solvent for social anxiety. You are not your thoughts. You are the one watching them. This is the forge's heat, burning away the impurities. They tell you to just love yourself, a meaningless mantra. I am telling you to build a self you can respect. And respect is only earned in the fire. This leads to the third pillar, recalibrating your social value. Once you have been through the fire, you do not return to the world as a hermit. You return as a king. The myth they sold you is that finding the one or your group will cure you. This is the beggar's mindset looking for a savior. The truth is, when you no longer need anyone, you become free to truly choose them. Your presence becomes a gift, not a request. You stop trying to fill the silence in conversations, because the silence is your home. You listen more than you speak, not as a tactic, but because you are genuinely curious, no longer desperate to prove you are worthy of being heard. Your body language changes. You occupy space because you are not afraid of it. Think of a deep-sea diver. The social world is the noisy, chaotic surface. You have been diving into the abyss of your own psyche. You have withstood the crushing pressure. When you return to the surface, you carry the immense silent pressure of the deep within you. It gives you an unshakable gravity. People will feel it, even if they don't know why. They will become comfortable around you, because you are utterly, authentically comfortable with yourself. This is the opposite of fake it till you make it. This is make it, so you no longer have to fake anything. And finally, the fourth pillar, the final freedom, the true test. How do you know you have truly forged the weapon of solitude? It's not when you enjoy being alone. It's when you can make a decision you know will lead to temporary isolation, and you do not hesitate. Imagine the moment comes. The ultimatum is given by a partner, a boss, or a group of friends. It's us or this path you're on. It's us or your principles. The old you would have felt a surge of panic. You would have folded, but the new you, the architect, feels nothing. Not anger, not sadness, just a quiet, resolute clarity. The choice is obvious, because your self-worth is no longer up for negotiation. When the threat of being cast out loses its fangs, you are finally, truly free. So, let's be clear. I've shown you the pillars, the lie of the social leash, the grueling work of the forge, the power of a recalibrated value, and the final test of freedom. The path is there. The blueprint is in your hands. But the choice to pick up the hammer and build is yours and yours alone. I don't want your approval. I want your transformation. The like button means nothing to me, but it might be your first admission that you're tired of the lie. If you have the courage, comment below with which social leash you will break first. Face it. And share this only if you believe most men deserve to hear the truth and not the comfort. This was the Mind Architect Lab. Don't just follow the blueprint. Be the architect.